Hello and welcome to LifeLens TV. Today we're diving into a disturbing story that has shocked not only the Eastleigh community, but the entire country. This story is heavy, and I'll guide you through it step by step to give you a complete understanding. In this first part, let's set the stage. The recent tragic killings of 3 family members, a mother, her daughter, and her niece, have gripped the public as police intensify their search for the prime suspect. This suspect, 24-year-old Hashim Dagane Muhammad, is believed to have lured the victims, 38-year-old Waris Daud, her 12-year-old daughter Nuseiba Dahir, and her 23-year-old niece Amina Abdirashad, to their deaths on October 21st. Now, let's go deeper into the investigation. Police reports reveal that Hashim was last seen driving a Nissan Note with registration KDQ788Y, the same vehicle captured on CCTV as it picked up Nuseiba and Amina from their Eastleigh home around 9 p.m. that Monday night. Just hours after this footage, the bodies of the 3 victims were found scattered across different locations, each with troubling signs of violence. The vehicle was later found abandoned at Wakulima Market, close to the locations where 2 of the bodies were discovered. Investigators believe this was no random act, but rather a carefully orchestrated crime with brutal intent. The discoveries were chilling. The body of 12-year-old Nuseiba was found in Bahati Makadara. Amina's body was located on 6th Avenue in Parklands. Finally, the most harrowing find was Waris's body, her limbs severed, found miles away in Machakos, with her hands later discovered at Southsea. This scattering of remains across such a wide area has raised disturbing questions about the motive and psychological state of the suspect. Adding a layer of complexity, the police apprehended another suspect connected to Hashim, who is now assisting with the investigation as authorities widen their search for him. One critical clue came from the National Transport and Safety Authority, NTSA, which shows that Hashim held an interim driving license that had expired 2 months prior to the incident. This was the license he allegedly used to drive the vehicle in which he is accused of transporting the victims. Now here's an interesting twist. Just days ago in Dobli, Somalia, authorities arrested a man they believed to be the fugitive. However, it was a case of mistaken identity. The man, who was found outside a salon waiting for his wife, had no connection to the crime, and later released a video clearing his name. There's another chilling detail that emerged on the day the 3 women disappeared. A 4th woman reported a similar abduction, narrowly escaping death after her family paid a ransom of 1 million shillings to an Ethiopian bank account. This link raises further questions about whether these incidents are part of a larger criminal network. After identifying the suspect, police conducted extensive interviews to piece together the events that led to the deaths. Among those interviewed were a 4th woman, previously abducted and ransomed, the victim's landlord, and an individual who reportedly sold a phone to the suspect. Each of these sources helped the investigators map out the suspect's connections and actions leading up to the murders. The car, central to this case, was a crucial piece of evidence. It was discovered last Thursday at Wakulima Market after detectives analysed extensive CCTV footage from Parklands and Eastleigh, which captured the vehicle's movements. This car is believed to have been used to transport the victims from one location to another as their bodies were abandoned. Police have pieced together a timeline that suggests the killers first dumped 12-year-old Nuseiba's body near Bahati Primary School, then proceeded to Parklands, where they left Amina's body. From there, they drove to Southsea, where they dismembered Waris Daud's body, abandoning her limbs. Finally, they took her remains to Kiombe in Machakos County, leaving her there before returning the car to Nairobi and abandoning it. The last interactions between Waris and her family also provide insight into her tragic final hours. Early that day, she left home to visit a skincare clinic at Eastleigh's Business Bay Square Mall. When she didn't return, her daughter Nuseiba and her niece Amina, concerned for her safety, decided to go out and look for her. Phone records show that Waris's phone remained in communication with Amina's until the evening, just before their phones went silent. The post-mortem findings released by government pathologist Johansen Oduor are heart-wrenching. Nuseiba's cause of death was found to be smothering, and authorities suspect she was sexually assaulted, with further tests underway. Amina had multiple stab wounds, including one that pierced her heart, suggesting a brutal attack. Waris's body bore signs of severe neck injuries and evidence of torture, reflecting a terrifying ordeal. The family members have since been laid to rest at Langata Cemetery, and the impact of this tragedy has reverberated far beyond their immediate circle. Waris's husband, who resides in the UK with another wife, had recently visited Kenya, making the news all the more painful for the family. This case has brought attention to issues of security and the heinous crimes that have shaken the community to its core. The public remains closely invested as law enforcement continues its hunt for Hashim, while many questions linger about what drove these tragic events. As we bring this painful story to a close, we reflect deeply on the sorrow left behind by such an inhumane act. In Islam, life is sacred. Allah reminds us in the Quran, "Whoever kills a soul, unless for a soul or for corruption done in the land, it is as if he had slain mankind entirely, and whoever saves one, it is as if he had saved mankind entirely." Quran 5:32. Life is a gift, and to harm another, especially in such a brutal way, is to go against the very purpose of our existence. We must ask ourselves, as human beings created with the same hearts, where has our sense of compassion gone? How does one find it in themselves to take the life of an innocent child, to shatter a family so cruelly? Where is humanity? Every faith teaches us to value, to respect, and to protect life. In the Bible, we are reminded, "Thou shalt not kill." Exodus 20:13, a command that should resonate in the hearts of all, regardless of faith. If we are indeed all human, where did we lose our way? How does a person cross that line, extinguishing the lives of others without a second thought? And what have we become if we let such acts continue without standing up against them? Let us remember that we will all stand before our Creator one day to account for our actions and the lives we impacted. It is our duty to raise our voices against such injustices and to pray for the families shattered by this tragedy. Let us honor the memory of Waris, Nuseiba, and Amina by seeking justice and by working toward a world where no soul suffers such brutality. May Allah bring peace to their families and grant them Jannah, and may we all strive to live with compassion and humanity in our hearts. Ameen. Before we wrap up, if this story moved you or opened your eyes to the realities faced by so many, please consider supporting us by subscribing to LifeLens TV. Your likes, shares, and comments not only help us reach more viewers, but allow us to keep bringing important stories like this one to light. Every subscription, every share, it all helps amplify voices that need to be heard. As we reflect on the events we've discussed today, let's carry forward a commitment to justice, compassion, and humanity. Our world may be filled with challenges, but together we can push for a society that values every life and stands united against injustice. May Allah protect us all, guide us to be people of kindness and courage, and may we strive each day to make a difference. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay safe, stay hopeful, and remember, we are each other's keepers. Peace and blessings be upon you all.